Welcome to the Four Corners series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, and we are picking up on the 4th of August 1930, and you can see the harvest is coming in, and this is going to be one of the focuses of this video because in the last part we completed our collective farm here, and I want to see how well the harvesters bring in the crops from these large fields, because eventually what I would like to do is decommission this small farm here. But before doing that, I want to ensure that we do get a good harvest from this large farm here, and more importantly, where we're going to store it. But then again, once we've got this second grain silo on board, we should be okay. But then, as I say, then what I'd like to do is take away some of these farms, and that will give us a little bit of room to expand New Hope. Because what we do really need to do is get our community starting to grow, and you can see at the moment we've got an actual population of about 931, but we've still got a bit of a problem with loyalty, and I'm starting to wonder whether the problem with loyalty is the proportion of children in comparison to our actual population. As you can see there that we've got nearly 809 children between 7 and 21, and we've also got 454 between 0 and 6. So that means that nearly 50% of our population is under 21, and I do wonder whether that factors in to this loyalty figure here, which says it's 30%. Because if I show you the loyalty here, in New Hope it's down about 32. In Titusville, it's not too bad, it's 37%. And then over here, we got 25% here. It says loyalty, too low, yes, it's in this area here. Now, children don't show up, but if you kind of look at the orphanage, if I can find it, where's the orphanage? Children do have a loyalty rating. So if we come down to here, you can see these children have got very small loyalties. And I do wonder whether when the game is calculating this figure up here, it's including all the children, even though technically we can't see them. I wonder whether that's a factor of why the loyalty is so low. Well, that's my theory anyway. Feel free to correct me. So that out of the way, what I want to do now is just keep plodding away at building up Tudor Town here, because we've got our 1930s power plant here. You can see we need another quite a lot more resources to get this finished, and of course what we've also got here is beginning of our coal mine. And what I would like to do is start to possibly get this coal processing plant built, and what I would like to do is not I don't want to assign it, I want to build it here. In fact, I might put all of Titus on it as well. In fact, I wouldn't mind doing that as well. What I'm thinking is that if I can get this finished, and this finished, and this finished, we might be able to get these little dumpers here working on bringing the coal ore down to here, so that we can actually start producing some more coal into here. Even if it's relatively small scale, so we can feed into the coal-fired power station. So we may have lots and lots of dumpers running around here trying to get things built. That's the idea anyway. Next thing I want to show you is a new mod. This was appeared in the workshop on the, I think it was the 13th of November 2021 if you're watching this in the future, and it's from Novu. I think that's how you pronounce his name. It's a gas station. And this is for a complement to his steam trucks. And so it's as you can see, it says a steampunk fueling station. Now I want to put this in, not because I've got lots of steam, but I just want to take a look at it. You can see here that it takes 60 tons of coal. So we're going to build one up here. We need a kind of a gas station up here. So we're just going to build that here. And what we'll do is we'll Titus road crew on it. Well, they've already picked it up anyway, so we'll get Titus road crew building that. We'll put that there, and just for the fun of it, we'll have this steampunk fueling station there. The other thing that's being built at the moment is our stable. I'm not sure whether we'll be able to get the horses out here, but well, I really hope we can, because we've got quite a lot to build. And you can see the harvesters coming in, and I mean, overall things are going reasonably well. The other thing, somebody actually mentioned fire trucks. What I've done here is I've upgraded this fire station here to 3 fire trucks, but one of them seems to be a bit disappeared, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. But it'd be really good to have a really strong fire coverage in this area. We are working also on some our electricity substation. So at the moment we're in a kind of catch-up mode with respect to power. And let's just have a look at my power overlay and see what it looks like. So we got power here. I mean, we've got no wind, which isn't helping matters very much. See, we've got only a tiny amount of... See, the wind speed has picked up now, so we're now producing power. If we can get this connected through, that means that we can start kind of centralizing our power supply. Okay, of course, Titusville has the best power supply of all, because it's got this power station down here, which you can see is not really even being strained at the moment. Unfortunately, it's got no external connections. Over here, I think making that extra connection up to here with the substation has made quite a big difference to the water mill here, and I'm quite happy with that. But of course the wind speed's really picked up now, so winter is coming in. No trucks available. Yes, well, we're on the 24th of August. I mean all the vehicles here are working flat out, and we've got 115 tons in there. Yeah, citizens loyalty is... See, again, I'm not too sure exactly what's going on here, because I mean we got 19, 16. I think the problem is we got the 3 citizens without meat. I mean, I'm just very worried about getting a population collapse. At the moment we've literally overloaded everything, but I just want to keep an eye on what have you got here. You've got Titus workers. I just want to make sure we've got workers on here. I'm not seeing... Got a feeling that these have got New Hope workers. Nope, they had no workers on them. Okay, I just want to bring in... I know it's a very, very long way away, but what jobs have you got? Yeah, I know you've got no bricks assigned. I think we're gonna... I would really like to get that finished. And we're just gonna keep pushing. And I think while everything's trundling forward and at their own unique pace, I mean we've got no over 21s at the moment. The population has dropped a little bit because we've had some escapees. And deaths are now rising above as the average lifespan has dropped again. And I'm pretty sure the average lifespan now is tied to loyalty. Or I'm just not sure how this relationship works. It's just a little bit confusing. I mean, as far as I know, we've got no food or... I mean, the happiness is solid. That is good. Health is not brilliant, but clothes is a bit icky. We got a bit of a clothes shortage here. Well, we got clothes in here, but it's not... But no one's actually reporting... One worker can't work because of low education. Pub, church, citizens, hospital. I mean, what I would have regarded in the past as these as quite minor problems, but they seem to magnify really quite substantially. I've got no sure. Let me just have a look at the workers. Unemployment Why have we got 125 workers? 8% of our population can't work because of low education. What is going on? Is that to do with the fact that we don't have anything in our schools? I wonder whether we don't get the teachers. We're going to have to drop the checkers down again. I think what's happening is that because I'm going to drop that right down to 25%, I think that might be part of the problem. Again, we're just going to have to drop this down to 25% or 20% here. Let's just see back over here, see if we got the same problem here. We got strong education in this area, but I think we got ourselves trapped a little bit here. We've got that down to 25% as well. How about the university over here? Because there's no point in us having well, you've actually got, you're not too bad. The students in classroom here. Have a look here. It says 17 in there. It's almost like the low education is in Titusville here. I think we've had the education problem here. What we're going to need to do is it's our low education has been in here. We need to start trying to improve this. Let me just pause. Zero. Just wondering if I sneak that up to 30, will that? Start educating our students. What we got? Have we got any space in here? Yeah, we got space. I think what we're going to do is we got some. We're going to have to try and. Our population is collapsing again. I'm pretty sure. Now it's holding up. I think what we're going to do is we're going to move some fairly highly educated people into. Get some more educated people in here. Pull them in from New Hope. But the trouble is that I can't pull out too much of a population from New Hope. If we do that, one, we might improve the loyalty a little bit. The loyalty is now, it's it back to 36%. If we can get some more of the education going, is that dropping down? Let me just see. Now you've got to be careful with this figure because 1,000 of this, 700 of this is educated. Let's come here. So we've still got 122 people who cannot work due to low education. And I'm pretty sure they're virtually all in Titusville here. Let me just see now. Well, you're not there. Okay, maybe they're not all in Titusville. Problem is actually finding them. Can we get an overlay? Unemployed yesterday. We got unemployed. We got 2 unemployed there. Right, let's see if we can find the uneducated workers. Yeah, they're like concentrated in Titusville here. So we do need to improve the education here. That's what's could be causing the problem there. Everyone else is educated. I think part of the problem here is the university is too small. So we do need to try and increase the size of the university. We need something that's a bit bigger than this. And maybe we need to get a university into Titusville. University, I want something that's a bit bigger than, what's this? It only takes 10 staff. We could bring in my favourite, which is the Lenin University, but wow. Well, the question is, where would we put it? And we could put it, that's getting a bit close to... Problem here is that I think if we put it down here, I know it's get maybe let's put it. Can I get it in about there? Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to go for the Lenin University. It's getting a little bit close to the power plant, but I don't think we've got a lot of choice. We need to get the educational standards up here. We probably need a bigger school as well. Although we don't have the people in here at the moment, so just gonna have to keep driving that as much as possible. And this is nearly finished. There's part of me that would like to start planning out this way, but I don't really want to pull too much in the way of resources away from where we're going. These fields we're on now on the 23rd of September, and these fields are nearly harvested. We've now got these underway. Got 257 tons of crops in here. I'm starting to wonder whether we might need some bigger and faster trucks here. Why are you not? I'm going to push you up everything up to 100%. I'm not sure why you are only on 30%. I want everything crammed in here as much as possible. Just check this guy as well. He shouldn't be on 30% either. 100%, 100%, 100%. Right. You got any spare slots? No, you've got all full, all 20 now. Let's check you. So we're going to get this guy going. We are dropping the low education. It says no workplace, small child due to sickness. So we've also got a problem with the kindergarten somewhere. Right, we're back to 2,901. This is okay. This is our single kindergarten. And this got no meat. Why? Let me just check. I think we're bringing the meat in. Where is it? Tudor Market Trader. What are you doing? Oh, you're the meat line guy, aren't you? I'm just wonder. We got a little bit. We don't have that much money, but am I losing money as well? So we're also 37,000 last month. far as I know, we're not importing steel anymore. Yes, we are. Okay, we're going to need to do something about this guy. Although I think I would like to get the refrigeration truck sorted out if we could get one. Refrigeration, 75 tons. Right, we're going to have to get you in. We definitely need to keep the meat supply up in this area here. So we're going to have to... add you. We're going to use trucks. Probably could do with 2 trucks, but we... Where did that guy importing the steel come from? There he is. Where's the... I'm just going to follow him. Follow on him. We can't keep importing steel, unfortunately. I'd love to, but we can't just do it. Right, well, this road crew's got... looks like it's doing nothing. So we'll let him drop off this 4 tons of steel. And then what we'll have to do is send him away somewhere where he can park up for a little while. But we've got a bit of steel coming in from the our blacksmith. So we'll just... because I've got to keep the money over 200,000. You get back to here for a moment. We're just going to have to slow the pace back down a little bit. I want to see, what are you building here? You've got the last covered hole for... I think it's this one, so we'll get you on that. How are we doing? We got low education down to 120. That's due to no workplace. So where have we got people unemployed? Level employed yesterday. We got a few. One person unemployed in New Hope. I wouldn't have thought Titus would have anybody unemployed. We got a little bit of unemployment in this area here. Right, we got this is now finished, and we need steel here. A surprise. Right, we've got this being. Don't think we're going to build that just yet. We just need to. This probably needs no workers or mechanisms. And what have you got here? Titus workers. I think we could probably bring in the workers from New Hope. Get you on that as well, so you can start working on that. So we've got 140 tons in there, 155 tons in there, 260 tons in there. Over in here, 136 here, 133 here, 125. So we're doing reasonably okay. We've got 109 in there, and we've got 316 in here. So at the moment we've managed to pick up these fields here, but I can't see us. We're seeing we're on the 13th of October. I can't see us getting all these fields finished. So what we're probably going to need is, I mean, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My instinct is that we're probably going to need a better tractor. What we got here? what we'll do is we'll pick you up, move you to here. That'll give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tractors operating up here. And then what will be is we'll only have 2 tractors operating in this area. So what we're probably going to need is another sewing machine. We've got a couple of dumpers here. What are you producing? I'm going to add... Oops. Thank you, game. I think we're going to draft what's here. What we got here? What's it going to take? 1.2 tons. I think we're going to make another tractor here so that we can put it into here. So I think in the short term, we're just going to have to run with the fields we've got until everything is built up. It's going to make life a little bit tricky. How's the loyalty here now? 29%. Our loyalty is just collapsing. You're down to 32%. But everybody is happy. I think it's just down to the population growing so quickly. When we've now got back to 2,900. So we're just going to have to keep plugging away, I think. It's probably the only thing we can do. We got this here, we got... And we'll just see what we can do. I think what I am going to do is plan a little bit of a new centre here. Because this is going to eventually become a suburb. And of course, once we've got our... We're going to put some coal-fired heating in here. In fact, I haven't planned that, have I? Because we got the steel mill here. We got coal-fired power plant. But we don't actually have any coal-fired heating, do we? And we're really going to need that. And we're going to need quite a big one. Because I want to make this into a pretty big town in the long term. So I think while we're looking at things, I'm just going to put in what we got, because we don't really have a strong, what we call it here, because we got, that's the coal processing plant. We got this here. We got 23 tons of steel on site here. And I think we're going to put the New Hope workers on here as well. So I'm going to put New Hope workers. Where are you? I'll put you onto... Keep on picking that wrong one. I think what we're going to need to do is put a heating plant out here, but the conveyor system is quite weak. So maybe I need to rethink this a little bit. But I do need the steel mill. And I do need the power plant. Because we can drive this at the moment using our heating plant here. Is there any more coal sites out here? We got, our population is back, but our loyalty is just tanking left, right and centre. Our low education, we're solving our low education problem. I mean, must admit, I've never had a low education problem before. Right, let's just see. And I'm just going to... I think what we're going to do is put New Hope onto here. Although, what I will do is... we've got bulk supply. We're going to put Titus bulk supply onto here because I mean, they've got a lot of jobs, but a lot of jobs they can't actually supply. Like, for example, they don't need the conveyor. We just see if we can tidy this up a little bit, because at the moment the conveyors are done. Yeah, all they need is steel and mechanical components. So if we drop that down, it doesn't look quite so bad now. And probably quite a lot of these things, like this here. I mean, the power plant is past bulk supply as well. So I think we're if you're hooked to power plant, we'll take you off as well. Yeah. So we can kind of get an idea of what each of these are actually doing. So if we can get this built, and then we can shut this down and try and get things here. I think what I'd like to do is possibly get this up to 30%. We haven't got many educators in here anyway. The schoolyard is doing okay. We are driving down those uneducated people, and that should help. We still got lots of crops sat in the fields, so I think what we may have to do is get some more covered holes out here picking up crops. So we may need another distribution office. I think that might have to be the solution. So what we might have to, because again, these fields aren't emptying. I'm starting to wonder whether if I take out a couple of these fields, that would get more covered holes focused onto this area going forward. So I would guess that we are going to take some wastage, whether we like it or not. There's nothing I can do about it, I don't think. Let me just see. Right, we made a loss that month because then I bought a truck. So we're just kind of squishing in a very small profit at the moment, which I think is the only thing I can do. I'll be completely honest, I am struggling a little bit on what to say at the moment, because we're very much playing catch up, and survival is probably the best way to describe it. And I really feel that I just need to keep the population growing, being a bit more happier, and getting more workers here. This average lifespan is, see, the average lifespan is rising again, and you can see it's back up to there. Loyalty is literally in the basement. When we got a monument, I could put another monument in, see if that will push things along a little bit. Again, it's kind of smacks on desperation, to be honest. Maybe they haven't, because they haven't got a red star out here. Maybe that makes a difference. So we'll put a red star. Actually, if I put it over here, yeah, that will affect our city centre in the long term. So we put you out there. Right, we've actually got some horses here. Put a higher. So we've now getting a few horses out here. And I think we had a couple of spare ones. Where is it? Yeah, I suppose, hope maybe they will work. Oh, it says occupancy of car parks. Let's just push that to 75%. Maybe we need to get some more horses in to make our population a little bit mobile. I mean, overall happiness is good. Food. Clothes is solid. You've got meat. Yeah, I think it was probably a mistake building this university. But if we can get this built, that will make a difference. So what's our influence here? See, we're not still not. They're not having much influence, are they? Got a road crew here. Finished all the main roads up here. A little bit of road here that probably could do with patching in. To put you in there. Give these guys something to do. These guys should pick it up automatically. You on as well. Fill that little bit in there. We're not filling the silo up. Probably because we're actually spreading everything around a little bit. See, actually, let's just do the overlay. Crops. So you've got crops in there. I think what I'm going to need to do is possibly rationalize this storage. I think might be the option, because at the moment we've got, see, these guys are coming all the way out round here. In fact, it looks like they're actually taking the crops to here rather than yeah. So we've nearly emptied these fields. And we are pulling the crops out of here, but we need more. So that one's nearly empty. This one's got 24 tons in it. Got 5.46 tons in it. It's got 37 tons in it. New type of vehicle. Thank you, game. We've kind of getting the crops in. We've got 481 tons in here. And once we got this built, we should be able to do it. We're going to need more covered holes. We're going to need a fleet of covered holes, aren't we, to get this done? Which is going to be interesting. So we got our unemployment due to low education down to 65% now. I'm hoping that that will just kind of push everything up a little bit. How's the school here? Yeah, so let's just pause so we can. So we got 20%, 20%, 36%, 37%, 37%, 36%. So the people actually doing the educating in here are pretty good. Let's just check my other one over here. See, these are 35%, and we've got very few children in this area. At the, which one's the university? I think this is the university, isn't it? And we've got children coming in at relatively low levels, but they're being educated by people over 30, with over 35%. What is the educate percentage? 17, 13, 14, 16. How about the orphanage? %. Yeah, I think this is definitely the problem. So we've got an 18-year-old here with 0% loyalty. 16-year-old. So it's these children that are definitely pulling down the loyalty. I mean, the adults seem to be okay. Let me just see in here. Yeah, 29, 31%, all that. Again, where's the kindergarten? Let's just check here. Oh, we got babies with higher loyalty than the kids. Why do we have babies with high loyalty that then become 0? I think I'm kind of a bit inclined to try and push that up a little bit. What's the Well, we got a few, but we just need to get our educated elite into here. And just hope that we can get the education higher. I think that's all we can do. How are we doing? I mean, we're getting closer and closer. I think I did put a bus on here, didn't I? But I suppose we got no one waiting, rushing. We got a few workers here. They kind of stood here. I think what we're probably going to need is another passenger vehicle as well. Don't think I want to buy it just at the moment. I think what we will do is come in here. We've got this kind of... Oh, we got a couple of dumpers which I think we'll send to here. I'll send one to there. I think the where is it? We did have a... sorry. You're full. You're full as well. Send you to... Yeah. Where is it? There as well. Let me get you to there as well. I definitely think we're going to need a proper bus. I don't think that small covered passenger vehicle is... I'm not sure if we got any buses. We got this here, this 10,000, but it expires in 1931. Got steam traction bus, 23 kilometers an hour. But that's going to cost me 32,000. I think what we're going to have to do is I want to buy this because we're coming up to 1931. We're going to buy you. We come over to here. What I'm hoping, your line, and then what we're going to do is set you him. Just follow the bus if we can see him. Let's have a little bit of a ride through the winter wonderland. Actually, no, sorry. We still got crops from here. I think probably because these were... No, you've lost the crops. We've lost crops there. So we lost crops. I think what we got was technical losses from these. And we lost a lot of crops from there. So I think we've definitely got to try and get some more covered holes here. And I think what we'll probably need to do is restrict this guy to picking up just here and delivering to the local, what we call it's here. In fact, I think what we will do is we'll take off the New Hope cargo station 16. I think this will be it here. I think that. So what we'll do is we'll have the next year we'll have this. These guys will only deliver to the local stuff, and then what we'll do is we'll just try and make this a bit more rational, I think. New Hope silo. Where are you? Yeah, I think we need to take you off of here because you're kind of... We're going to remove you from here. So what you'll be doing is delivering to New Hope silo, which is here. I think we're going to remove the New Hope silo as well. So all these guys are going to do is deliver to this one here. Where is it? These, and hopefully when this is finished, so that they're not running all over the map. I think that might be the best way forward. So what we're going to do is here. So yes, because this guy's only delivering to the. He's only delivering to the local stuff here. New Hope silo will take you off there as well. You two are going to work exclusively to these two silos here. The only problem we're going to need now is to sort out some form of distribution so that we can move the crops from here down to where they're needed. I'm trying to think where we put in a distribution office that will allow me to do that. Now they are coming down round here because the alternative is down round here. What I'm going to do is we're going to put in a distribution office here. I'll just put in a 6 here. This would be right next to the. Make it big enough, and that should get picked up by the road crew and bulk supply. And then what we'll do is we'll put in some covered holes up here, whose job it will be is to pick the crops up from here and distribute them down into this area. 28% now. Population crash on the way. Right, we've got a power plant. Getting so close. All we need now is bricks, but we still need another 28 tons of steel. But what I'm hoping is, because we got the bus route coming up here now, we're going to get some more kind of freelance workers in. Yeah, still not. I don't think we're getting enough workers in here, are we? Which is going to be an issue when this comes online. Just edit this route, line spacing. So that didn't work too well. Right, population is falling. We've probably just had a load of escapees. I think this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play through winter and see if we can get at least some of this stuff sorted out. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.